So welcome to this video. My name is Swamp Rose, and today I wanted to discuss a document that was recently released in the Idaho 4 case. So as we get started, please remember that this is just my opinion and speculation, and please do your own research to help inform your own decisions. And with that, let's begin. And so with that, I'm going to pull up the document that I wanted to review with you today. So I think what happened was when I first saw this document, that I didn't review this document as thoroughly as I normally would, because we literally had about 1,000 pages of other documents dropped just in the next couple days. But in this document, I found something that brought me back. So this document is the state's response and supplemental responses to the defendant's requests for discovery. And this document was filed on the 4th of September. Now, remember, we had a huge document dump a couple days later, and like 1,000 pages of documents were dumped, and I don't think I actually visited this document to the extent that I should have.
I'm just going to pause the video here and just clarify. When I say visited this document, what I mean is made a video speculating on the different aspects of it. So I'm just going to continue the video now.
Now, all of these responses are responses to each of the requests for discovery. And this one says Exhibit P in response to defendant's 17th supplemental request for discovery. And the state notes that it had previously complied with the defendant's discovery request pursuant to the court's order related to the defendant's supplemental requests 3 and 15.
I want to just pause the video right here and let you know one additional thought, which is when this case gets moved to its new venue, my biggest question now is, will this gag order get lifted? And will we know what these discovery requests are and what the exact response was from the state? Please comment below if you have any thoughts.
We as the true crime community, we've been assured that the confidential informant spoke of is actually the IgG testing. But what if that's not the case? So for some reason, I believe that this response has sparked a lot of questions about the confidential informant. And so I decided to go back and again review language. It makes me wonder, if this case changes venue, are we going to know specifically who the confidential informant is? So I'm going to bring up these two documents regarding confidential informant. So this is the original request for discovery. And we go down here. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I've highlighted a few statements. Statement 2, statement of co-defendants. Any written or recorded statements by the co-defendants and the substance of any related oral statements made by the co-defendant, whether before or after the arrest in response to interrogation by any persons known by the co-defendant or by a peace officer or an agent of the prosecuting attorney, or which are otherwise relevant to the offense charged.
So I just wanted to pause the video for a second. I just had a thought. Sometimes when I see things like this, I find out after the fact that it's standard legal terminology or standard verbiage that they use on a discovery request, for instance. So I just wanted to pause the video and give that thought, and let's continue.
Let's just back up a second. So the confidential informant, which is allegedly is the IgG material, is being told, I'm just a little confused by what I'm seeing here. So if the co-defendant is IgG, so let's just read this again. Statements of the co-defendant, any written or recorded statements by the co-defendant, any substance or any relevant oral statements made by the co-defendant, whether before or after arrest in response to the interrogation, or any persons known by the co-defendant to be a peace officer or agent of the prosecuting attorney, or which are otherwise relevant to the offense charged. Okay, so this wasn't the only thing I wanted to show you today. There was a response. There was so many responses from the state, which has such interesting language in it. So the verbiage is basically the same for about 20 different redaction requests. Let me just show you one of them so you understand what I'm talking about. So this is one of the orders to redact and unseal documents. So this interesting language is probably in, like I said, in about 20 of these documents, but it says, having reviewed the stipulation and weighed the interests in privacy and public disclosure, the courts find it necessary to unseal the memo with redactions. The documents contain potential witnesses' names and other representatives' names, and the disclosure of this information might threaten or endanger the life and safety of said individuals. Therefore, pursuant to ICAR 32I2D, it is necessary to redact those portions of the memo with good cause appearing. So I just found this interesting. I thought you'd find it interesting, so I wanted to bring it to you. And if you enjoyed this video, if you could please hit that like button, and I would love for you to subscribe. I do daily content, including videos, shorts, live streams, and community posts. I also have memberships available. So thank you so much for watching. And also, please don't forget to hit that notification bell, because we go live all the time, and sometimes those live streams don't stay public for long. So thank you so much for watching, and I'd love to know what you think down below. Peace.